Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Joanne and welcome to another thrift haul video. Today I have some things to share with you that I picked up at the Durham Rescue Mission outlet and two of their retail stores. Everything but one item I am going to be reselling, and a lot of it is going to be going into my new booth space, and I'll be moving into that the early part of this coming week, and I will definitely have that video that I have been promising you where I'm going to show you my old space, and then I'll take you into my new space as well. So let's go ahead and get started at least, and let me show you the things that I picked up while I was out thrifting. Before I get started with the thrift haul, let me just say, it was bound to happen. And what was that? COVID. Yep, I came down with COVID this week. Much earlier this week. I'm feeling much better, I have to say, because of a cardiac condition that I have, and he said because of my age, he put me on one of those COVID treatment medications that kind of helps to lessen the severity of the symptoms, and it has done that. And what I'm really hoping is that I don't get what they call that COVID rebound. Once you come off of that treatment medication, sometimes you can rebound with feelings of COVID symptoms again, and I'm really hoping that that doesn't happen. But anyway, long story short, it's over. I'm feeling much better, a little bit still of a cough left over, and some feelings of tiredness. That may take a while to get over, but all in all, much better, thank goodness. It could have been much worse, and I'm grateful for the severity that I did have, if that sounds crazy, but I am. So with all of that said and put behind me, let me go ahead and get started. I'll show you the things that I picked up at the bins first. Now, I think that this is for the Tupperware lids to store them, and if I'm wrong, somebody go ahead and let me know that in the comment section. I have not done any research on this, so I'm not 100% sure that I am correct on this. And don't forget, watch through to the end of the video. If you happen to be new to my channel, I always ask everyone to watch to the end of the video and then leave a comment and let all of us know what your favorite find was from the haul, and I will do the same for you. Now this was, to say that this was dirty when I picked it up is actually being kind. This cake carrier was filthy. I mean, filthy, but it cleaned up beautifully. It's got a couple of little scratches on the bottom of it, which I'm not sure are really going to come out, but the seal is great, and like I said, it just came out looking great. Let me see, I'll get another piece of Tupperware, and again, I'm not sure if I have all the pieces, parts for this. As I said, I have not done any kind of research on it, so I don't know if this is everything. And I will have to, before I go ahead and clean this up and put it up in my booth, I'm going to have to make sure that everything is there. Or am I going to have to be on the lookout for something? I picked up one lonely little lid. And these, I was really happy that I found. These were all together. Look at this great orange color on these spoons. Whoops. Oh, I just noticed this one here looks like it might have gotten a little too close to some kind of heat and got a little bit warped there. Hopefully that's not going to deter anyone. And then these, took me a while to find all of the pieces to these. These two little ones, the top ones here, were separate from all of these, and I'm really happy that I found them all. They, of course, have to be washed up too, but this is going to be a great find, not only because it's the complete set for Tupperware, but also it's orange. And we're coming, believe it or not, even with this heat, we are starting to come into the fall season. So I was very happy to find both the orange measuring cups and the spoons. And then the last Tupperware, last Tupperware piece was another colander, another jadeite colander. I think this is now my third one, if I am not mistaken. So And I'm not going to wait to put like one in the booth and then when that sells, put another one. I'm going to put all three of them up there. It gets them out of my house. And who knows, somebody might pick one up and say, hey, my friend so-and-so would love to have this as well. I wish there were two. And so I will have three actually. I found this for honey, so that if I ever do find any honey savers or honey containers, pots, honey pots, oh, my brain, honey pots, I'll have an extra server if it's missing it. Now these I found, and these I have been collecting up for staging in the booth, but I am also putting prices on things like this. And if you have a booth, one of the tips that I learned from another booth owner in watching their videos is that you should put a price on everything. Everything in your booth should be for sale. And a perfect example of that, and that I followed through on that, were two things that I have sold recently. One was a very small easel that I had a picture on, and the other one was, oh my goodness, now it's slipping my mind, but there was another piece that I would, if I had not been following that advice, I wouldn't have put a price on it. And oh, now I know what it was. It was a mirror, and it at one point it had been on a stand, but the stand was long missing. So I just had the mirror as kind of a something to sit other pieces on, and the mirror sold. So if I had used that just as a piece to sit other pieces on, it wouldn't have sold. And another thing is that I know when I go into people's booths and look around, sometimes something will catch my eye, and then I look at it and it's an NFS, not for sale. And it gets me really discouraged. So I don't want to discourage people from looking and coming back to my booth. So I want to make everything for sale that's in my booth. So that is why I am not only using pieces like this for staging, but I'm also going to be selling them. And not for a high dollar, $4 or something like that on a piece like that. And the same for these. Oh, this is called a Good Cook. This is from Good Cook. But here's another example. And this cute little rolling pin. And there's another example. This one is bamboo. And I believe this is bamboo as well. Now I think I will, the pieces that are missing holes, like this one here, I'm going to go ahead and drill a hole in it and put some cord through it so that folks could hang this if they wanted to, but they could also just put it in a crock and use it for decor if they wanted. This I thought was a beautiful little planter or a vase, I'm not entirely sure. And it does have a name on the bottom of it, which I was having a hard time figuring out what that said. And there is one chip right there, which I'm going to touch up with some very vibrant purple paint, and hopefully it'll blend in quite nicely. But I really thought this was a pretty piece. I mean, whoever made it, I think they did a very nice job on it. And then this little guy, you know how they say, couldn't leave him behind. Couldn't leave him behind. This little hedgehog. And I don't know quite what he's made out of, but he's a little on the heavy side. And a couple of his little pieces, parts here are a little bit of chippy on him. And the back of his ear here. Oh yeah, see, it does show up quite nicely in the camera there. But I think I could touch that up with a little bit of kind of greenish gray paint. But I thought he was adorable. And how often do you ever see a hedgehog? So I had to pick him up. And then these pictures, I think, are so pretty. Look at how pretty that is. I love this. So we have this one here. And I just have to glue down the backing. You can see where the backing is coming off a little bit here. That's a super easy fix. And then here is the other one that goes with it. Beautiful pictures. And even though these are more springtime, I'm just going to go ahead and try now putting them up in the booth space and see if they sell. If they don't sell in like a month's time or something, when it really starts to hit, you know, the September really starts to hit the fall, then I'll go ahead and pull them and save them for the springtime. Now, that's everything that I got at the bins. Now, this is what I picked up at one of the retail stores, one of the Durham Rescue Mission retail stores. And this is the only piece that I'm going to be keeping. I'm going to try and see if my daughter might want to put this, because she has a kind of a coastal, or at least she's going for this coastal kind of boho feeling in her apartment. So I thought she might enjoy putting those either in a bowl or a dish or something like that. And a willow tree, which I have not come across a willow tree in quite a long time. And it's funny because they had two pieces there. One was a figurine, and then one was this piece. I think it's really pretty, and it is called Friendship. Such a pretty piece that you would hang on the wall. You can see this was $1.99, and the odd thing was that the figurine that they had, which I cannot remember what the name of it was now, it was missing the wings on the back of it, and that they had that piece priced higher than this little wall plaque, and the wings were missing. So I don't, you know, I don't get people's pricing sometimes, but picked up this really pretty, I think, brass, I'm going to call it a planter. I do like the two handles on the sides here. I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm not going to clean it up, but this would look adorable with a plant in it. Let me see if I have one handy. Let's see how it looks. Look at how, I mean, isn't that pretty? I think that is so nice. And I already have a brass planter myself that this little guy lives in. So he has a home already, but I think this is so, so pretty. And when I put it up in the booth, I will go ahead and stage this with a faux plant in it, so folks can get a really good idea of what it would look like with a plant in it. And of course, the faux plant will be for sale. Let me put this guy back in his little home. Thank you for helping out. And then, oh, found this flower frog. Now I did pay $2.49 for this flower frog, but it's a tall one. And I don't think I have, at least myself, I have not found one and picked one up like this, but this is a good size one. And it's in excellent condition. There are no chips or nicks or anything in it. So I was very happy that it was in the condition that it is in. Oop. Picked up this planter. Look at how pretty this is. And of course, I think a succulent would look the best in something like this. So I'm vacillating on whether or not I want to go and get a faux succulent or actually get a real one and go ahead and put it in here and, you know, sell the real succulent in here. Because I go to the booth once a week, generally on Saturdays. So a succulent would definitely live, you know, during that time period, and we'll get plenty of water. And the new space is near some light. It's not really, really bright there. I might try a real one and see how it does, and hopefully it would sell pretty quickly. But I think this is a beautiful piece. And let's see, it is from Superstition Stoneware, I believe is what that says. Now these I will have to put away until the springtime, but there was something about this set, I couldn't pass them up. Here's the creamer. Look at how pretty. And that beautiful yellow color with the trim of kind of like an apricot. And I think there was one, I don't feel it now, but I thought there was one little chip, little flea bite they call it. So there is the creamer, and then here is the sugar bowl. So I just think they're so pretty. And let me see if there's a mark on the bottom. Oh, yep, there is. And it is from Tamaha Aubergine, Japan. And I may have just killed that name. You'll have to forgive me. But I love that set. I couldn't leave it behind. And then I needed some wine glasses for some staging and sale in the booth. And I was finding a lot of wine glasses at the one Durham Rescue Mission retail store. Tons of wine glasses, and they were all marked $1.99. And then I got lucky and found these and I didn't want plain. I just didn't want plain ones. I wanted them to have some interest to them. So I found these. This was a set of 3. Here is the third one. Obviously they have to be clean, but that's a set of 3. And the set of 3 here was $2.49. So how much better was that? So 2, 4, 6. It would have cost me $6 for these individually, but for some reason they had them all together for $2.49. So I was very happy to pick these up for that. So that's it. This was a short little haul. My favorite of everything that I did pick up and show you. You know, as much as I love those bird pictures, there's just something about this planter right here that I'm in love with. So that is going to be my favorite from this haul. And again, if you would, make sure in the comment section down below, let everybody know what your favorite find was from this haul. And if you happen to know what this Tupperware piece is used for, you could leave that in the comment section. That would help me out too. So that is it, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up. And if I've messed up along the way here in this video with wording or such, I'm gonna excuse it off to COVID brain, because there really is such a thing. Your brain just turns to oatmeal. Hopefully it's going to be getting better though, little by little. So thank you everyone for watching. And as always, please take very, very good care of yourselves. And I will see you in my next video. And bye for now.